But at this point on Wednesday mornings, we take a little time to explore the law. It's a segment we call Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Maybe today you'll get your question answered. And if you'd like to submit a question, maybe there's something that's always kind of perplexed or confused you about the law, I'll tell you how to go about that coming up in a moment as well. But first, would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. How are you doing this morning?
Excellent. How are you doing?
I'm doing just as well.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
I expect nothing less every time we talk to you. I also expect every time we talk that you'll bring your own special brand of knowledge and wisdom, your 50 years experience, I guess probably closer to 51 now? Would that be right?
Yes, sir.
And, of course, compassion to any given problem. So let's see what today's issue is and what your response will be. You ready?
I'm ready, Todd.
Okay, today's email says, my sister was a passenger in a car struck by a late model Lexus while exiting a shopping center. The driver of the vehicle, my sister, was a passenger in the car and told police that he had looked both ways, but the other car appeared to be so far away that he had plenty of time to pull out. However, because the vehicle that struck them was speeding, he hit the passenger side of the car. She was taken to the hospital with severe injuries requiring surgery. The at-fault driver has denied he was speeding, and there are no witnesses. Is there anything a lawyer could do? So it comes down to potentially whether he was speeding or not, and how do you prove it? And, well, here's the guy that knows. Bruce, what do you make of this?
I think it's an excellent question, and the answer is that the injured party needs to immediately call a experienced personal injury lawyer.
Okay.
Because they need to put the at-fault party on notice not to alter, damage, or do anything to their car before they have a chance to inspect it.
Okay.
This is a late model Lexus would have a little black box. And by examining the black box, you could tell what the speed was at the time of the crash.
Oh, yeah. It didn't even occur to me.
If the little black box would show that the other person was driving at an excessive speed, they would be able to bring a action against them to recover for their injuries, which would include their medical bills and their lost wages and their pain and suffering and all the intangible damages.
It's interesting because the at-fault driver here has denied that he was speeding, but if you drive a late model vehicle, pretty much your car will rat you out, so to speak.
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of the late model cars.
Yeah.
Is, they have all this new technology.
Sure.
You could tell how fast they were going at the time of the crash.
The problem would be, and I think I can see this from our conversations in the past, I think this is going to be a true statement, that if you don't act quickly enough and with the right authority, it's possible something could happen to that wrecked car. Certainly something could happen to the black box in the wrecked car, and now you got nothing.
Exactly. That's why you got to jump on it as quickly as possible.
Right.
Put them on notice. We call it a spoliation notice, not to spoliate the car. And as long as they honor that, if they didn't honor that, then there'd be a presumption, if you had to take the case to trial, that there was, speeding or there's something that the at-fault party did that was negligent.
Oh, that's good to know. I was just going to ask that question. What if it disappears? But if it disappears after you've served notice, then that's against them.
Exactly.
Bruce, this does give some hope here. Obviously, with severe injuries, surgeries, the recovery is going to be a long one, but the compensation could be substantial here.
The compensation would be substantial, if the black box reflected what the driver thought. In other words, that they were driving at an excessive speed.
Right. So the bottom line, as is typically on this segment of the show, get some help from a professional and get some help now. Bruce, once again, thank you so much for helping us weave our way through this rather thorny issue. And, of course, next week we'll have another interesting question, I'm sure.
I'm looking forward to it, Todd.
As are we. Say hi to the family and have yourself a good week.
You too, Todd. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Now, if you'd like to submit a question for future consideration, it's as easy as going to our website and typing the keyword Bruce into the search box. That'll take you to the right place to submit a question. If you have a situation like we just heard that is a little bit more emergent, don't wait. Get a hold of the Port Charlotte Office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner right away. Here's the phone number to call and get yourself a quick consultation with no charge and no obligation. 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.